interesting to see just how heavily it factors into this game. It's the Eagles going up against the Chiefs. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule.
The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. Tyreek Hill on the return. There's some space here. So now the Chiefs go on offense in a great starting spot. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center. It's the first carry here for Jamal Charles. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
He's gone over 1,000 yards 5 times in his career, but he's at the 30-year-old mark, and there's a lot of concern about running backs over the age of 30.
5 yards or better per carry in each of his first 8 seasons. Now past 30, we'll see if that trend can continue. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And now the Chiefs' offensive starters.
They ranked 20th overall in total offense in 2016, but when I look at Kansas City's offense, I see much better than that. Wide receivers who are fast and skillful downfield, running backs who make people miss and can get the ball into the end zone, a tight end who's a game breaker down the middle. I think this team is way better than the numbers suggest.
They'll look to throw here. It's caught to Charles. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the defense now for the Eagles.
In 2016, the Eagles showed that they were going to be aggressive on defense. A lot of man coverage and send the pass rushers after the quarterback. I don't expect that to change at all in 2017, but they are looking for increased play from their cornerbacks to try to lock down some wide receivers.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
So the opening drive for him here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. They go play action here on first down. And he's got some space here. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This Chiefs team, 33 takeaways last year, most in the NFL, and they get an early one here.
It doesn't happen by accident. They emphasize it. They coach it, they demand it, and they get them.
They'll let Charles try and get him in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Now back to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Ball on the 3, third down and goal. On the run, it's Charles. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. LaShawn McCoy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And a look at the numbers for Jamal Charles last week. 17 carries, 93 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. The first down carry here for Charles. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And our statistician, Ben Ramsar, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss rolling in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything. Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, and the Chiefs are in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat, and I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now a play fake here on first down. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The veteran Jeremy Maclin was the intended target. And it's second down. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
Ranking 24th overall in total defense is not something that excites Kansas City, but they offset that in a big way in 2016. They forced 33 turnovers, which led the league by 3. And ended up plus 16 in turnover margin, which tied for first in the NFL, which helped lead them to a playoff run.
Let's go! 58!
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Benny Logan coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 1st down, it's Charles again. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He'd hit the sideline. They'll look to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The numbers for Travis Kelce last week. Just a really crisp, clean effort, well over 100 yards receiving.
But didn't he feel like he needed a hug when we talked with him this week?
No, because he wanted the touchdown.
He wanted the touchdown. He was all depressed after that performance. I'm like, what's wrong with you? You were brilliant. He's like, yeah, but I didn't get in the end zone. He must have heard from the fantasy players on that one. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draw.
And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On the ground, this is Ware. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the 1st quarter of action. 13-7 is the score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. As the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice. All these these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On play action, they'll throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Justin Houston coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Man, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Tom Brady, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. Looking to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be fourth down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So now on is Caleb Sturgis for the Eagle field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yeah, and in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
A reminder, coming up tonight, Green Bay visits Atlanta. All sorts of storylines there. Playoff rematch, also the opening of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And then on Monday, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jamal Charles, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall near the 48-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Here's Donnie Jones now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Finding some room at midfield. Jamal Charles, nobody in front. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jamal Charles, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. Now the point after try for Santos. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here now a look at LaShawn McCoy. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Here's McCoy. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. For McCoy, in the last 7 years, 5 of them over 1,000 yards.
Underrated in how strong he is through the hole. But the best part of his game, open field, where he makes a whole lot of people miss.
In 2016, he was 7th in the league in rushing yardage. Again, it's McCoy. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
And that play was vintage Derek Johnson. Made a play in the backfield. In college, he did as an outside linebacker. Used speed to get to the backfield. Now, a bulked-up inside linebacker with multiple Pro Bowls on his resume.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. I'm sure he wanted to have a huge game, wants to have a huge game as a quarterback, but really on the ground, they've been very, very hard to stop. Maybe you just keep going to that well.
I think so, and isn't it funny how the definition of balance changes for us from game to game? Sometimes it's 50-50, run it, throw it. Sometimes it's just being a balanced running team in terms of who's carrying the football.
More than one guy.
Right, multiple guys out there, and now your guy back there has to throw it. Doesn't have to worry about it quite as much.
And they've got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Short yardage situation. Here's Charles. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
As they've done all day, they run with Charles. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And some room to roam now. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. How about that? Their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Well, plays like that make the O coordinator look like a genius, but I don't think he saw that play going that well.
No, I don't think so either. But, boy, it all worked out perfectly. They caught them in the right defense, guys dropping off into coverage, their eyes averted somewhere else. And guess what? He filled the void with his legs.
Five plays there on that drive. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
something
well,
else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
To throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Not a stat we talk about often with tight ends, but Travis Kelsey, he can move it after the catch. 3rd overall in the NFL in yards after catch last season.
Behind 2 running backs, Le'Veon Bell and David Johnson.
Strength and a little bit of niftiness in Travis Kelsey's game.
They'll hand it off. This is Charles. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a fairly solid idea about which team will be featured prominently in those highlights.
Might be a little bias. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Joe Flacco with 2 first-half touchdown passes. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Screen pass to Charles. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake, they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy. And now it's 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Sproles. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Here is the punter Jones as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. And now running right through it. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They've had a very solid first half. And as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. And he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Chiefs are simply running the show in the first half. They've controlled the game and are way out in front. The Eagles have an uphill battle in front of them, but will try to claw back in this one. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Chiefs with the ball midway through one. The long ball will find its mark here, and nobody can stop him on this long touchdown. The lead now at 6. First and 10, Charles got the Jets, and he'd go in for the 58-yard touchdown. Lead now goes to 13. Now first and 10, Charles is going to get clear of the defense here, and he's gone as he sprints to the end zone. That takes the lead up to 20. Chiefs on 2nd and 7. He's free and clear of the defense here, and he ends up rushing in for his second touchdown. First and 10, the lead now at 27. Kelsey's the target here, and he ends up at the 49-yard line before he stopped on the play. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Fresh set of downs here. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case,
and he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Allen Bailey in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Eagles on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Let's go! Move, 58!
He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man. That's Macklin. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Let's go!
He'll look to throw. This for his running back, McCoy. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Tight end right.
second down. It's McCoy. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll drop to throw. He's got a man wide open. It's Macklin. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Red zone opportunity. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. LaShawn McCoy with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a LaShawn McCoy touchdown run. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Second down following the run. Again, it's Charles. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a 20th carry here for Jamal Charles. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. It's the Pats. They lead that ball game at the moment. Tom Brady hovering around 300 yards passing and a couple of touchdown throws as well. They'll look to throw here. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here we go. All right, now look at 56.
Now a handoff. This is Charles. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
On 2nd down, Jamal Charles. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. Here's Cairo Santos now for the Chiefs field goal. This from 54 yards away. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, and it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need it? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Jeremy Maclin, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go. 58.
He'll turn and give this to McCoy running right. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on an expected passing situation.
They're going to look to throw. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Heading back out for another drive, here's Jamal Charles. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the third now in New Orleans. The Patriots, they've opened a 2-touchdown advantage in that one. Tom Brady, he's had his way out there so far. He's up over 300 yards passing, 3 touchdown strikes too. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's a pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it second and short. Offense readies for a 2nd and 1.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They run. Charles. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now back to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now Jamal Charles on 3rd down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that will make the lead now 26. So he's got another field goal, his 4th now of the game, and he's making it look easy out there.
Yeah, he kind of has that vibe about him, doesn't he, Brandon? You get the sense when he comes out there, he just says, don't worry, guys, I got this. And 4 times now, he has.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. And how about the Pats? They lead that ball game at the moment. Tom Brady, he's had his way out there so far. He's up over 300 yards passing, 3 touchdown strikes too. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Let's go. 58.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So after 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown. You start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Quick slant, that's caught by the veteran Macklin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Ertz has it left side. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Throw left side complete. It's Burton, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and it's 3rd and short. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go!
And it's a fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Going right. Going right. Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
In the red zone this time.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Second down, here's an option right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Blue 58. Blue 58.
And he connects with Ertz. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Elsewhere, a 4th-quarter score now from Tampa. And the Bears have scored. That one's been interesting as they retake the lead. Jay Cutler, he's working on a big afternoon. Close to 400 yards, also 3 touchdown throws. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, you're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Chiefs on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8.
Hang on now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now it's Charles taking it from the pistol. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 2nd down and 4.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Looking to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Watch right. Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back back to throw here. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Here's Donnie Jones now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They begin the drive with Charles. Showed some flash on the run, but he will be brought down shy of his 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 3 yards to go on 2nd down. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Charles. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 3rd down, it's Charles. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Here's Jackson. The quick feet by Jackson. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The final score now from Baltimore. And the Ravens now really pouring it on. Carson Wentz, 2 touchdown passes in the W. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Let's go! 58!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McCoy. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. So the PAT is good. They get the touchdown, the point after, but a little consequence in the ending as this one's now over. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Kansas City, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they will fall to 1-1. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Kansas City.
Let's hit the post-game tailgates and grab some of that barbecue.
Yeah, BBQ.